10 changes for Spain from the side that started against Uruguay. Only defender Sergio Ramos remains from the 11 that began Spain's first Group B match, while midfielders Javi Martinez, Juan Mata and Santi Cazorla all came on as substitutes in that game. At the back, Pepe Reina is chosen ahead of Victor Valdez in goal, while David Villa and Fernando Torres lead the attack. As for Tahiti, captain Nicola Vala was a doubt for this match because of an ankle injury that he picked up in the defeat to Nigeria, but Vala plays. 2 changes, Mikel Roche is preferred in goal. He replaces Xavier Samin, who made some unfortunate errors against the Nigerians, while Vincent Simon didn't participate fully in the training session yesterday, and he's replaced in defence by Edson Lemaire. Tahiti, who look as though they're playing with a back 5 most of the time, with the midfield 2 trying to drop back and help out their defensive colleagues as much as possible. Opening goal for Spain, and it really didn't take too long, just 4 minutes and 6 seconds, and Fernando Torres has put Spain in front. Well, we thought we'd get plenty of goals this afternoon, and we have one early. Torres with the shot. Look at the way that Roche dives here. Doesn't really commit himself one way or the other. Nightmare start for Tahiti. So we've reached the half-hour mark. Here comes Spain again. Torres, Villa inside. Excellent defending, away by Jonathan Tahiti. You have to say, you'd expect more, really, from David Villa and Fernando Torres. 84 international goals between them. Villa with 53, Torres with 31. 190 previous international appearances between the front 2. And I'm sure in all those matches, they've never gone into a game where their side have been such hot favourites. Villa. Looking to get a shot away. Oh, lovely, that's terrific. And the second goal for Spain. David Silva with it. Terrific angle pass. Torres. Torres is through. Roche comes out to try and get there. Torres with the touch. It will be a third for Spain. Fernando Torres. Good pace there from Torres. Roche commits himself. Torres had support. Didn't use it and didn't need to. Two goals for Fernando Torres, one for David Silva, and Spain lead Tahiti by 3-0. Alvin Tahiti, nice little touch on. Lemaire couldn't quite get there. Away comes Silva. Monreal just needs a good pass, and Spain are away. 3 in the middle. Goal number 4, David Villa. In his nation's shirt. Fantastic goal-scoring record. 54 goals in 90 Spanish appearances. But Pepe Reina in the Spanish goal has had precious little to do in this match so far. Ball forward from Cazorla. Oh, it stayed in play. Picked up by Silva. Villa. David Villa bearing in on goal. Plenty of options in the middle. Mata. Monreal on the overlap. 5-0. David Villa gets his second goal of the match. Plenty of pressure from Spain. Monreal with the ball across. And there's three strikers there against one defender. It was always weighted in the favour of Spain. And Villa makes it Spain 5, Tahiti 0. Plenty of room for Spain. Plenty in the middle as well. Torres, hat-trick. (6-0) to Spain, and Fernando Torres has scored 3 of them. Lovely pullback. Torres arriving at pace. And just able to guide it into the Tahiti net. Oh, missed completely by Roche, and that'll be a third goal for David Villa. A goal out of nothing, and just as against Nigeria, Tahiti don't help themselves at the back, but both Spanish strikers have now scored 3 apiece. The long ball forward, Roche doesn't get there. Simple as you like for Villa. Unfortunately, goalkeeping errors have characterised both Tahiti matches so far. Spain edging closer to double figures. Just away. And you'd have to fear, really, for Tahiti with the time that goes on, whether they might just tie up. But here's a new man, Tehao, the substitute. Couldn't quite find his teammate in the middle there, Chong Wei. Well, the best move of the match by a long way from Tahiti's point of view. Navas. Roche couldn't get there. Just kept in play by Villa. Monreal. Mata finds the way through. It's another goal. Juan Mata. Torres in the middle. That looked like handball. It is handball. It's a penalty kick. And clearly so. Torres. Oh, he's missed it! And it remains 8-0 to Spain. Maybe 8-1. Here's a chance now for Tahiti. Couldn't be securely gathered. Torres, he's onside. Can he make amends for that penalty miss? Torres, determined, does so. And a 9th goal for Spain. Roche, powerless to do anything about it. Valla couldn't get there either, despite his attempts. Fabregas. Navas. Looking to take on Aitumai. Back towards Torres. It is number 10, David Silva. Here's Navas with the ball across. The little touch from Torres. And David Silva applies the finishing touch. And Spain do reach double figures in the Maracanã. We all knew that Spain were going to win this. The question was, by how much? And for half an hour, Tahiti restricted Spain to just one goal. But then the floodgates opened. Spain have won it. Spain 10, Tahiti 0.
Nigeria's team, somewhat reshaped and freshened, even in the 4 short months since they won the Africa Cup of Nations, is once more deprived of the services of Ogenyi Onazi, whose knee injury keeps him at home. Really, it's hard to make any judgments based on the game against Tahiti, but they did spurn a lot of goal-scoring chances, and presumably it's as a result of that that Brown Ideye returns to sharpen the front line. Anthony Uja drops out. John Ogu replaces Sunday Umbar in midfield. Oscar Tabarez boldly published his Uruguayan 11 yesterday, particularly bold given the marked changes in personnel and shape. It is a back 3 this time, with Christian Rodriguez invited to play at left wing-back. Gaston Ramirez, Diego Perez and Walter Gargano drop out of the midfield that was chasing Spanish shadows on Sunday. In come Gonzalez, Arevalo, and in a front 3, Diego Forlan, the first Uruguayan to 100 caps. Well, they call Salvador Brazil's capital of happiness. It is the hub of the nation's Afro-South American scene, and it is therefore a splendidly suitable setting for this very game. A meeting of cultural consequence as well as sporting significance. Should Nigeria win, they will certainly go through. Should Uruguay win, they very well might. And it is the South Americans who have the game's first free kick, behind which Maxi Pereira and the man of the moment, Diego Forlan, history maker for Uruguay tonight. Aimed in towards Cavani, who didn't make contact. It came out to Christian Rodriguez, who certainly did. Fearsome and instinctive left-footed half volley, which Enyama had to watchfully turn over the crossbar. Okude. Mikel. Ambrose. It's another poor pass, and Cavani was nearly in. One back though for Mikel, who's played it in here towards Musa. Mikel. Musa! Always fading away. Change of expression on the coach's face, but at last a glimpse of something inventive, something potentially penetrative from the CSKA Moscow flyer. Chile has walked away. Ideye. Muslera just about got behind it. It was a very crisp hit. Plenty behind it. And see the look of determination on his face and the sheer relief on the features of Muslera as the ball squirmed out of his grasp. But harmlessly. Nigerian team from the leagues of Israel, Scotland, Nigeria, Holland, Portugal, 2 of them, Norway, England, Italy, Ukraine and Russia. So all in all, 13 different leagues represented by the 22 players out there. Forlan for Suarez. He left it for Gonzalez. Forlan. It's behind via F.A. Ambrose of Celtic in Scotland. Forlan's ball in. And again Forlan, Cavani, and scraped home by Diego Lugano. An unlikely provider of Uruguay's breakthrough goal. Lucky fella, right place, right time. Forlan's first delivery comfortably repelled. His second, nothing more than a speculative ball back across goal, which somehow bypassed absolutely everyone except Lugano, whose contact was anything but clean, but was sufficient, so close to goal, for the ball to limp over the line and for Uruguay to gather the lead they so desperately craved. Suarez onside, pursued by Ambrose. Forlan in the middle. Suarez, Forlan! Squeezed it wide. Had to be an instinctive jab. Closely watched by Amaruo. Bounced back at Forlan before he knew it. This is outswinger, Cavani's header clear. Forlan has a brief piece of it. Echirgile, Ideye, Mikel, oh! It's a splendid equaliser. And now the noise is African noise. John Obi Mikel. More and more they had been knocking at the door, but the passing here was smooth. The take from Mikel, excellent. He left Lugano in his wake, and he filled the top corner. It's a really good finish from a player who is not known to be at his smartest in front of goal, but who has scored now a goal of real consequence for his country. And this a man, by the way, who last scored a goal for his club, Chelsea, 6.5 years ago. And here they come again with Musa, wasteful. And he knows it. Ideye was galloping up alongside him. Deep one from Musa, looping header which Muslera had to scoop out of the top corner of his net. And a clash of heads. Musa going for the same ball as Amaruo. Clash of more than just heads, and some pretty hard crash landings too. Ideye is probably okay, but Amaruo came down very awkwardly, potentially harmfully. So it's right on the edge. Remember the dynamics. A win for Nigeria, they're through. A win for Uruguay would put them in the superior position going into the last game, bearing in mind that for him it's against Tahiti. A draw, it's right in the mix, and Nigeria were that close to stealing a very early second-half goal. Agu flung out his left foot, but couldn't make contact with the ball after Ideye had speared it in. Ambrose, who's involved in a title-winning team in Scotland, Celtic, as well as a sometimes dramatic Champions League campaign. Won by Gonzalez for Suarez, who ran away from Musa, and then Cavani, and now Diego Forlan! 100 caps, a memorable goal. He thumped that home as though he meant it. And no one has meant it for Uruguay more over the last decade and more than Diego Forlan. Suarez did so much to provide it. Cavani weighted his pass ideally. And Forlan was not asking any questions. He had bright eyes only for the top corner. And that is one that he will frame and put on the mantelpiece of his life forever. On the night of his 100th cap, his 34th goal for Uruguay. Musa. A thrilling run, a really important interception by Godin. And an early ball from Forlan, and Cavani is onside here. Suarez up alongside. Cavani has belted it into the stand. Another good call from the assistant. He was onside when the pass was played. By the time he got his shot away, Echegile was catching him up, and it was a snatched effort. Four-man Nigerian wall. Ramirez, another potential hitter. But Forlan the favourite. In by Forlan, Cavani! Utterly unmarked in front of a near open goal. He will feel he should have scored. Deftly lifted in by Diego Forlan. There's not another Nigerian in the picture. And Cavani couldn't find the target. Mikel picks up the pieces. 30 seconds of the 90 minutes still to play, and then 5 minutes on top of that. Musa. Spread by Ogude. Babatunde! Muslera safely behind it. Well, again by Coates. Only Cavani forward, though Forlan has joined him on the far side now. If Cavani can find the right pass, or worry Omarua himself, Edinson Cavani. It's an immaculate challenge, very well timed by Kenneth Omarua. And Cavani might have killed them off once and for all. Umba. Akpala. Sprinting beyond Caceres. And stolen behind by Godin. It is a corner. He felt he was fouled. In by Babatunde. Echegile stopped on the line. And the whistle had gone anyway. Just about got away from them now. Echegile, who scored twice against Tahiti. I think probably it was offside against Mikel, who was right in there. Had it not struck him, there might still have been pieces to pick up. Tabares and Uruguay are just about there now. Group B will go to the wire after what must be remembered as Forlan's night. Celebratory scenes for Uruguay as their Centurion wins them the game spectacularly and brings them the result, which makes them favourites to follow Spain out of this group. The final score here, Nigeria 1, Uruguay 2.